Right. This is definitely a booth that I wanted to see, and there is currently nobody here, so it must be my turn. This is Temple of Gainz, and they got some badass equipment here. My favorite thing, the quad send, which I have in my garage, and I just finished building it. Most innovative leg machine, because it's awesome, even though I haven't actually used it in a training session yet. But they have some really cool stuff. And the coolest thing is that the quad send, you can use the Voltra on it, which I also want to get. So, also I should say, sorry, it's just me showing you stuff while I chat, but I did all this prep work getting here, all these plans, and then realized once I started, this is kind of hard with one person. So until I can grow and have somebody to help me out with this, it's just going to be me filming and chatting with people, and I'll try and figure out how to do that. So. And speaking of, I'm going to try and grab somebody from Temple of Gainz and walk through some of their pieces. All right, so we're here with Yoni from Temple of Gainz.
Yes.
The owner CEO, founder,
CEO, all that good stuff.
The man. So would love for you just to give us a background of how, you got started with the company and why you started it, what
Sure.
you saw that needed filled in the industry.
So I started it as a reaction to my own training, where I was moving from powerlifting to more bodybuilding stuff. I just got tired of squat, bench, deadlift. The first machine I really wanted was a lateral raise machine, and the Panada machine was just insanely expensive. So I decided to look for one, and I found ways to import machines for far less expensive than I could buy a new commercial grade unit, and it was just for me. So I brought in a few machines, and that's the genesis of the company. The quality was really good. I was happy with the machine. There were a few little things I wanted to change about it, and that's how Temple of Gainz became version 2, version 3, quad send, etc., where the machines that I brought in, I would want to change and make better. That's just my personality, is how do I make things better? And that was 2023. 2024, we were just kind of rolling. We were not at Home Gym Con. 2025, I would say right before Home Gym Con, had a lot of YouTube reviews, a lot of people were buying the machines, and we were gaining popularity. And all of 2023, I started working on the quad send, which was our premier machine, I would say, our leg press hack squat. You have one.
I have one, yeah.
And that was a labor of love. A lot of work went into it, a lot of trial and error, going to the factory twice. And we brought the prototype last year to the show. People really dug it. And within a year, we launched it on Kickstarter. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
JB, he's got to flip the handles. Will you help him over there? Yeah. Sorry, we're keeping an eye on everything going over here. So within a year, we have launched the machine on Kickstarter and fulfilled 200 of them, which I'm pretty proud of.
Yeah.
So that's a cool feeling, a good thing to know. And yeah, another thing that we're doing a lot of that I don't think a lot of companies are doing is integrating Voltra and digital resistance into our machines. So we're doing our plate-loaded machines with the option to do it. Selectorize, something new that we're doing is you could take the stack out and use the Voltra in place of it. And our plate-loaded machines, you either have the option, on some of them, either have the option of doing a full integration where you have no plates at all and you have to use the Voltra, or a hybrid mode where you have a mount for the Voltra and you could use something like this to use it and not have to rely only on the Voltra.
Amazing.
So just kind of quick overview of the booth. We have multi-flight, quadrilogy, which is our leg extension seated curl, standing wrist curl. Our abductor adductor now has a back pad angle adjustment, T-bar row, linear row, explode pull down, pendulum squat. Our rack 2 OmniPress machines, one with Voltra, one with plates, 2 QuadSend machines, one with Voltra, one with plates, second pendulum, one with plates, one with Voltra, quadrilogy with Voltra, and multi-flight with Voltra, and our new bubble butt hip thrust machine. So we brought a lot of stuff. Basically brought a commercial gym to the show floor.
And I was trying out some of the stuff. It's quite impressive, honestly.
Thank you.
Obviously, for as young as your company is in the industry, you guys have you have really stepped it up in quite a small time frame, which is super impressive.
Yeah.
And just on the consumer end, for me, like being part of the Kickstarter, I think I ordered mine within the first hour that I could on the Kickstarter, and then
that was one of the cooler moments of my life, watching that thing just climb and
it was
climb
it was
and climb.
incredible. I was like, oh yeah, we got it. We'll be quick, because I remember one of the emails coming out like, you're gonna get it in the order you bought it, and then I found out I was like number 170 or something like that, and I was like, but I did it within the first hour. And
it shot. I think everyone that knew about it, bought in quickly. And then it very slowly trickled upward.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I think that came a lot from being here last year, where we had the big review channels filming it, trying it, and bringing the prototype was really helpful for the final model, because I was talking to my fiance about this last night. We're an online business. I interact via email, via text, sometimes calls. Not as much anymore, because I have a customer service team. You don't see people. You don't see their face as they're using a machine. You don't see their smile when they're hitting, it's getting cheesy, the smile when they're hitting the bottom range of a hack spot and being like, oh wow, it goes that deep. So just being able to talk to people and make a human interaction is so important for any business. And I'm realizing that as an e-commerce business, we lose that a little bit. The business I used to work at had a storefront. You go and talk to customers, you get a feel. So it's much easier to get a pulse on what people are thinking and feeling and wanting. And at the end of the day, we're a business. We do what our customers want. So being able to interact with people, see what they like, see what they don't, see what they want, see what maybe we wanted and they didn't want is really neat. So it's been a cool event, and it's cool meeting people. Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate you.
And I do have couple more questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Based on what you've gone through with the QuadSend, because at least from the outside, that seems like that's your baby.
Yeah.
What was the biggest challenge? Was it in the beginning designing it? Because correct me if I'm wrong.
That was the easiest part.
Because you're an engineering background?
No. I wish I'd make life easier.
Okay.
I have an engineer, so I have 2 engineers. So basically, I tell them I want this, that, and that. They do it. I know how to now look through the 3D models, move stuff, hide stuff, and so I'll check every nook and cranny of every machine, and I use that to then give them feedback, and they build it. My time is best spent. I got to build the company too.
Yeah.
So my time is best spent elsewhere. I have thought about learning SolidWorks, and I just know if I go down that rabbit hole, I won't be able to put time elsewhere.
Sure.
What was the original question? I'm sorry.
So just like, what was the biggest challenge with the
I would say
QuadSend?
fulfillment was the hardest.
Yeah.
You saw how big that crate was.
Yep.
I thought that we'd be able to deliver that crate no problem. I had to lobby every freight company until XPO agreed to do it, and that was 2 months where I thought we had 200 machines in our warehouse that we had no carrier willing to take.
Wow.
And we were panicking. We thought we might have to rent a truck and do a few cross-country runs. We got it done. Thankfully, all the machines are out of the warehouse. With the second production run, we're actually splitting. The machine's identical. So good news for all QuadSend. There's not going to be a QuadSend V2. The only thing that's changing, that bottom long cross member is why that crate is so big. We're splitting it in 2 and having it bolt together and splitting the entire machine into 2 crates.
Okay.
So now it'll fulfill like a regular Temple of Gainz machine, which makes our life so much easier. Right. So that's really the only change for the next production run. We're not calling it version this, version that. QuadSend is QuadSend. I have no plans to change this machine, I'd say the next 5 years.
Awesome.
We did it. I think we nailed it. That's it.
Yeah.
next machine.
No, I just want to compliment you and your staff, your business, on how well you guys handle the customer service and the care.
Yeah.
And they're like so responsive and on top of things.
Yeah. I was able to do that in the beginning because it was only me. But now I don't have time, and I
Yeah.
don't mean it as a disrespect to anyone, but I can't answer customer emails.
Well, it just is a testament to your hard work, and now being more successful, it keeps
Thank
you
you.
busier. So.
Yeah. I've got good people. It's taken a little bit of time to find the right people, but that's all the difference. And they believe in the company as much as I do. Them being here, some of them for the first time. Actually, everyone that's working with me now wasn't here last year. So I think it's cool for them to see it. And so far, it's just been, trust me. Now it's look at what we're building. So it's cool. It's awesome.
And last thing, if one machine or piece of equipment represents your company, what is it?
You know what it's going to be. Yeah.
Quad Sun.
Yeah. I think it's one of the things that people said when I first brought machines in was, Template Gainz is just a white box importer. We can, off record, walk around this show and I'll show you what white box importers look like. And there's nothing against it. I have respect for anyone that runs a business, and if you're bringing machines in, if you're warehousing them, you're fulfilling them, you have customers, you have issues, you have to support them, you have to do the manuals. No business is easy, and I have respect for anyone who's doing anything, truly. But what bothered me about hearing that is that's not what we're about.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because as a young company, you're creating and establishing your identity. What people will see, no one thinks of Rep as a white box importer. Rep is Athena, Aries, Strive. When Rep started, they brought in dumbbells and barbells, and they were an importer. But they developed an engineering team. I admire Rep as a company for what they're doing, and I'd like to think that we're in that same trajectory as the machine company for home gyms, and like Rep moved into commercial and independent gyms. That's the direction I think we'll naturally gravitate towards as well. So I think that was frustrating to hear, but my thing with everyone is, and there's a lot of haters online, people will say whatever they want. To me, it's what you do, not what you say.
Yeah.
And we showed up here, we brought the goods. I think we have a pretty badass booth.
Yes, you are.
We got Eric Janicki, IFBB pro bodybuilder, who knew what we were about and was willing to come and work out here. He's getting his workouts here. And I think it's cool just to be able to show that not a single machine here you could purchase directly from any factory. It might look similar, but not a single machine here. It has not been upgraded, modified, or refined by Template Gainz in any way, shape, or form. So that's a cool feeling.
Awesome.
And I think at some point that white label importer thing, I don't even care. Because I know what we're about. And I think enough people will know what we're about. People are not going to like you, and that's awesome. That means you're doing something cool. Yeah. Because if you polarize people, you're pushing them one way, and you push them towards you too. Yeah. And as long as we have enough people that are pushing towards us, then everyone else can, say whatever they want. And if people have valid feedback, we take it. If people want to hate, that's cool. Yeah. It gives us more press, so thank you.
Well, you got a big fan here, and
thank you, brother.
As soon as I get more space, I'm getting some more stuff from you.
That's the enemies of every gym: space and money.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah. Well, Yoni, thanks again.
Thank you so much,
I really
Doug.
appreciate your time. I know you're super busy.
Enjoy the Quad Sun.
Thank you.
So much.